Well, as we reported, the Federal Reserve today raised the cost of borrowing money for you and me. It's the fourth hike since March, the second consecutive hike of 0.75%, which is pretty big. So we're so happy to have Mike Giordano here, our financial analyst with Williams Wealth Management. Good to see you. Okay, home loans are up, car loans are up. If you want a business loan, it's up. How people still need to get loans. What's the most efficient way to get a loan and not spend so much? Is there such a thing?
Well, best thing to do, Jane, is really to save more money, because the more money you save, the less money you actually need to borrow. But when you come to borrowing money, the thing you really got to avoid are those credit cards or anything that's got a variable rate on it, because as the Fed is hiking rates, it's just jacking all those rates up, and credit cards are, in the high teens.
So a fixed rate, you at least know what you're getting.
You have a better idea knowing what you're actually going to be paying, so you can fix your costs.
Okay, Mike. A lot of people talk about recession, and there's a formula that some economists have for when we're in recession, 2 bad quarters.
Right.
But then others are saying, well, we can't really be in a recession because people are still getting jobs, people are getting pay raises. Are we in a recession or not? Is it coming or not?
Exactly. So there's a government agency that will actually officially declare it a recession.
Okay.
Hard to really say in this situation, because the first quarter had some quirks to it that led to the reason why we had a negative number. And we still have this amazing labor market. So you typically don't have a recession when you have such hot labor.
Right. People are anxious to hire still.
Correct.
And employers are giving raises still.
Right. So we're seeing some moderating, but it hasn't really completely rolled over.
But it's hitting people in the pocketbook. So I'm sure if you asked individuals, they would say, yes, we've got to be, because everything's costing me more.
And that's part of one of the issues that's happening right now. If you survey people, they say, oh my gosh, the economy's terrible. I feel like I'm losing all this money, all this kind of stuff. At the same time, if you look at companies, they're still earning decent profits because people are still spending money. So what they're doing and what they're saying are two completely different things.
Okay, what about every day we like to tell you what the numbers are from the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, we like to report those. Are stock prices falling, or are actual earnings being made still? Is that another one of those, depends on who you ask?
Well, stock prices were falling because it was anticipating that earnings were going to fall. But earnings have actually been holding up pretty well for the second quarter. You're seeing that across the credit card processors. Many of the big banks are saying the consumer is still spending. Microsoft's out there yesterday saying the consumer is still spending. Enterprise is still spending. So it's kind of a mixed bag. We're still we're sitting at the beach, like looking at the airplane with the advertiser flying overhead, waiting on this recession coming. We're in a recession, right? That's kind of the situation we're in right now. So there's this fear that it's coming, and things are slowing. Jay Powell said that today, but we haven't really had this massive rollover yet.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So it may be coming, but maybe if we all just hold hands and say we can get through this, maybe we actually will.
Exactly.
Mike Giordano, thank you so much. It's always good to get your insight.